What up, what up, what up? Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. Yes, this is going down today, right here on Instagram. We live, we lit, as usual. We're doing the Instagram thing because today's that day. Today is show day. We have a huge amount of guests that's going to get ready to come on. We definitely going to get it popping today. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things, and we got incredible guests that are coming on. We got the one and only Chief Rocker, Busy B, that will be on the show today. We have a few different people that we're going to get ready to go live with. But just know that we're going to be checking in with a few of them momentarily. All right, let's go live with the first person. One of our first guests that are coming on today is California. As everybody's getting ready to pile in the room, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're getting ready to go live with our first guest, Miss Estelle, California.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
How you doing?
All right. For those that are just tuning in, this is our first guest. This is Estelle, California. She is an artist. She is an artist. She is a person that is a healer. If you want to say a person that believes in faith, and as you can see, you see Buddha behind her. She is a spiritualist. So she is definitely one that you want to pay attention to. She's been in Sapphire Emerald magazine. And she currently resides, where do you currently live?
In Oakland.
In Oakland, California.
Yes. I'm trying to... Yes.
So, how are you today?
I'm fine. I'm just out of the schedule. Sorry, I have my daughter. It's home time, right? So I just got my shower, but I'm happy to be with you.
Perfect. So tell us about how you got started in music.
Well, when I was a kid, I've been trained, but very classical way, like very rigid way with no freedom. And when I came to California, I discovered I could be free to create, to put what I was able to do, like my passion for freedom and justice and my words and my music, and everything came together.
Okay, so you got involved in music through the process of learning about how music works, and you were in depth in it when you were a child.
Yeah, I've been trained as a child, but when I came here, I became free to put all my luggage together. I was able to be free to be who I am. And I think what I am is what I'm doing now, doing this music about freedom and justice and social healing.
So I'm going to assume that you're French.
Yeah. My accent, right?
Il parle français, oui, ils ont tout parlé français. On peut parler français.
Vous parlez français, en fait?
On peut, just enough to get by.
Beautiful.
So with that being the case, did you grow up in France?
Yeah, I came 7 years ago.
Wow. So how were you influenced in France in learning the music that was out in the French culture, and then how does it transition when you come here?
I think even in France, I was very influenced by Nina Simone, and she was always here. She was living in France when I was a kid, so she was one of the big black musician, American, very fancy for French people. And I don't know, for me, she was on her piano, also classically trained. She was standing for her people. She was uncompromised. And for me, she's still very, very powerful. Because she didn't try to please nobody. She didn't try to be pretty or beautiful or anything. But she was massive, right? Just on her piano by herself, she was huge. And for me, I mean, still now, if I doubt myself, if I'm lost, I go back to her and I know what I'm here to do. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay. So with that being the case, what do you want people to understand about your music, or what did you want them to understand about you?
it's very genuine first, and I think my songs speak way better than what I could ever say. So I think when you listen to the songs, the words, I think I channel them from my soul or some cultures, are very powerful, very beautiful, and they speak very loud. You can't have confusion when you hear the songs, right? One of my songs is Black is the True Light. I mean, it does speak the truth, so it's easy.
How do you feel about COVID-19 and everything that's going on?
Well, there are different ways of seeing it, right? First, I don't watch the news, even in normal life. I protect my energy with that. And then the COVID, well, of course I freak out, but I try to choose my thoughts, even in normal life, so now even more. I try to enjoy what is given to me. So by example, I have my daughter full-time. It's been 4 weeks. She's 5. And I'm single by myself with her. And I have to say, I would freak out. I do have it normally, but actually it's a gift because she's so happy. We have time we never had before. I don't know, I'm forced to live in a different way. And I think that I always in my life, I try to repeat myself, things are happening for us and not to us. So I try to, I don't know, to work myself through it, to see where I'm stuck in there. Because of course I freak out. And I try to see what I could rise in me with that thing coming up, yeah. To trust, okay. I think the trust for all of us is very challenged now. So trust in the universe with what is happening is a big challenge, and I'm working a lot on this.
Okay, so with that being the case, what do you want to, as a healer, as a person that believes in spirituality, what do you want people to understand?
Oh, with the COVID?
No, with just in general. Like, what do you, if you had to speak to someone today as a spiritualist, as a person that believes in change through emotion or through prayer, or if you believe in chanting or whatever the case may be, what do you want people to understand about that?
Well, I think one of my biggest themes in my song that comes back all the time, that is also part of the Black is the True Light song and the Star song, is that what we have to go through as trauma, as abuse, as the worst that can happen to you. When I was young in France, I used to see that as a curse. Like, I was cursed because I had a lot of trauma, I had a lot of things going on. And actually, I think there are blessings. I think this is the light of resilience we have to give back. And we should be proud that we have overcome all of that. This is what have Black people, amazing resilience, that they have a huge energy, should like to give back, because it is a lot to handle, to go through what they have been through in their generations. And I think that gives to them a huge resilience. And I think that all what we have to go through in this life make us who we are. And we have to be grateful, because without this, we would not be able to give what we have to give. So it took me a long time to be able to live that way, and I still work to imprint that in myself every day. But I think it's a beautiful way to see the journey.
Okay, my next question to you is, how did it feel being written up in a magazine and actually being the actual feature on the cover?
Well, it's beautiful, but you know what? What is more beautiful for me is the title. The title is Estelle California tells the world Black is a true light. And I mean, there is no other words I would like to be featured for. So that's what I learned also in my journey. It's not about me, it's about giving back. So you have your lessons, you go through them, it's painful, but then you're here to give back something, to witness, to tribute. And that's my big commitment in life, is to change something in the social statement we have. That for me, the white supremacy world is not bearable. And I grew up in a very white supremacy world in France. It was very normal. You could say racist statement in a very normal way. They were not racist for people. And I will do everything I can in my life so that will not happen anymore. So I mean, for me, the layers of racist subconscious that we all grew up and we are all raised in, this is, I don't know why I can, maybe it's past life, I don't know why, but this is the most important for me. I need to change that. So this song is very precious to me, and this cover with this word is very precious to me.
Wow. Um, so with the current person that's in the chair, I would ask that question. How do you feel that he has affected America?
Trump.
Yes.
Well, okay, I'm very good about this topic because when he came, I freaked out a lot, and I was, God, where do you want me to go now? I left France. I'm here. You want me to live again? I was, what can I do with this energy in this country? But I have to say, we have always the big picture is saved me always when I have to go back to the big picture. The big picture is we had Obama for 8 years. Obama Obama is a huge symbol for the whole world. Imagine the small little black kid in Africa, for him to know that America had a black president. Imagine for the whole world how this is a huge symbol, huge impact. So we had this huge shift for the world. And I think when you have this huge thing happening, of course, it doesn't please them all. And of course, you're going to hate, you're going to shake the hate around you, you know? So I think, and America is a huge energy country, and you move forward very quick, very fast, but it's not a straight road. I have a song called The Land of Freedom that says that. It's not a straight road, so you have a big step forward and then you have a backward. So you have to think that Trump is as bad as we have been shaped forward. You see what I mean? It's like a movement backward. And so we have to pay, okay, but if I remind myself, this is thanks because we had 8 years of Obama, I'm fine. We are paying a lot, but for the whole world, it was worth it. And after Trump, we're going to do another huge step forward. That's my hope.
Okay. If you had something to impart to the audience that's here currently, what would you say to them?
Well, I would say hanging there. I hope something different and good is going to come out of here, what we're living now. And I think it's the case often. It does shake, it does reposition the universe in a different way. It is like it destroys things so we can build in another way. So I know it's painful for people way more than for me, by example. But we have to be together in this, to be together and to go back to beautiful, to raising the energy, to count our blessings, to go back to, because if not, we all sing together, and that's not the goal. So I don't know, my music is a beautiful, uplifting energy. And I mean, whatever uplifts you, just use it now. Take any medicine that works for you and just use it. Everything is good to take.
Okay. Well, with that being the case, I want everybody to understand Estelle California is an artist. She's a spiritualist. She's a person that has given songs to the world. She wants people to understand that will believe that it can uplift the world. Black is Light is one of them. And tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Well, we have a big group on Facebook called the Soul Family, because I believe the soul has no color, no age, no gender. We are all part of the same entity in a way. I am on Instagram. That's my daughter. The music is unmissable on Pandora, YouTube, Spotify. We have beautiful video on YouTube. Everywhere. You can't miss the music. But Estelle California, and it's popping.
All right. Thank you, Estelle California, for being here today. We appreciate having you as a guest. And once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show. We're getting ready to get our next guest up, but we appreciate you being here today and imparting your wisdom to us.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. All right. So that was Estelle California. She is, like I said, a spiritualist, a person who has a lot of music out, and she wants people to understand things about her that is going to change the world. She's a spiritualist. She believes in a lot of different things. So that was our first guest, and we have a few more that are lined up. So let's get to them. I'm going to go with the chief rocker himself, Busy Bee. Hopefully he's ready. While we wait on him, this is a super dope artist, a super incredible artist. The one and only Chief Rocker, Busy Bee, is in the building. Hopefully we'll see his picture momentarily, because Instagram can act up at times. I can hear you too. All right. Let's try to go back and get him again. Why can't we see you? Go out. Oh. All right. So in a moment, we're gonna go grab Chief Rocker Busy B. We're gonna definitely be talking with him, and we're gonna definitely be getting it in. Discipline B. So all the people that are here currently. We're gonna try to bring him back in again. Hopefully, we have a picture this time. Still can't see you. Hello? All right. Kenny Sway, what's up? Let's try. I'm gonna try Draper Winston, and then we'll come back to the Chief Rocker momentarily. Might be some technical difficulties, or I might have to go out and come back in. Like I said, this is all new because of the fact that once again, this craziness is happening. But hey, this is the actor extraordinaire himself. This is Draper Winston. He's currently a guest here on the show today. Welcome, sir.
Man, what's going on? How are y'all doing?
You know, can't complain, can't complain. This is Draper Winston. If you didn't know, he is an actor extraordinaire, producer. I can go on and on and on. But Draper, tell me first and foremost, how did you get into acting?
Oh, you froze up.
I know I'm good.
You freezing up on me.
I can see you just fine.
I can see you. Yeah, I can see you, but the sound is going in and out.
Oh, okay. So how did you become an actor?
Yeah, the sound is going in and out.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine on my side. So maybe that's because you're sitting outside and maybe your signal's, I don't know, not strong enough.
Man, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, man.
I can hear you perfectly fine. Yeah, you just paused. Can you hear me now?
Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay. So how did you become an actor?
Man, it's a couple ways, man. I got a story. Man, I was hosting a step show maybe about 10 years ago. I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. So I was hosting a step show, and man, there was a director in the audience, and he said, "Hey, man, I think you'd be good for my film. So won't you come audition?" And there you go. And man, I can say that's how I got started. I didn't get the part that I auditioned for, but he liked me so much in the audition that he came back and called me maybe about a month later and said that, "Hey, we want you for this movie. So you don't have to audition. Just come by the house, read the script. If you like it, then boom, you got the role, man." So that was how I got started.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was in your college days that you got picked up by a director who didn't get you for the first part that you auditioned for, but then you moved from there to a script that he offered you, and then you took it from there.
Yep.
So was acting a part of something that you wanted to do? Did you study that in college, or was it something else that you studied?
I didn't, man. I didn't. I studied marketing in college, man. I wasn't thinking about being an actor, man. But what's weird was when I was in high school, you get those senior memory books in high school. So I had a senior memory book, and man, I found it, and in there it said, "What do you want your career to be?" And I wrote actor my senior year in high school, and I had totally forgot about it, man. And I went on to play basketball and all that stuff in college, so I wasn't thinking about acting at all. But man, it's just funny how the universe works and how it just came back. So, man, I guess is what I was supposed to be doing.
So I guess it was ordained that happened.
Yeah.
Once again, big shouts out to Miss Tony, the beautiful Miss Tony. She is my co-host. She's currently in the live. So with that being the case, what was besides the role that he gave you, what was your first big role?
My first big role, man, I would have to say my first big role was probably on a national touring stage play called Dream with Your Eyes Open. And I was on the road with Khalil Kane from New Jack City and Girlfriends, Tony Grant from Tyler Perry's plays, Dietrich Hatton, Christopher Williams. I was on the road with those guys, you know, so I would say that was probably my first big major national role, I would say. But I had done a lot of stuff regionally, worked with a lot of artists, actors and whatnot, you know, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and in other cities. Like Dave Hollister, let's see who else, Jennifer Holliday. I was able to do a stage play with her. So yeah, man, Jennifer Holliday. So Christian Keys. So I was able to work and be on stage with those guys. Terry Vaughn, just did a show with her not too long ago. And Columbus Short. So man, I've been able to do a lot of stuff regionally, but nationally, that was probably the biggest one.
Wow. Okay. So with that being the case, what did you take away from immersing yourself into this world of acting?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Don't mind me. These are real questions because I'm a real radio host. It's crazy.
Man, come on with it. Come on with it, man. I'm with it. Come on with it. It's cool. You know, I would say immersing myself in it. Man, I also had a chance to work with Darren Henson from Stomp the Yard, and man, he's kind of served as like a mentor for me. So man, we've been able to talk and everything like that. So immersing myself in it, man, I've just learned how how to be relevant and how to be somebody that people will always want to keep working with you. You know what I'm saying? And how people always want to keep calling you back to be able to keep doing it. And not only that, man, they taught me how to understand and work on your craft. You know what I'm saying? Not to just be up in front of a camera or just be on stage and just giving people lines, but really and truly connecting with the character and being that, you know, being in that moment. So, man, that's what I learned the most from him.
Darren D. Henson is my fraternity brother. So,
oh man,
we traveling in the same circles.
Oh man, Mr. Henson.
Yeah, he was on a couple. I don't know if you saw, but he was on a couple of weeks ago, on this show. Yeah. So we got the chance to chop it up. What do you want people to understand about you as an actor?
Man, as an actor, man, I want people to understand that, you know, when they see Draper Winston, you know, Draper Winston is going to give his all to that character, and he's going to make that character as real as possible, you know, and everything that you see him do in that character is going to be real, and it's going to be for the audience. You know, I don't do any of this for myself, you know, and then that way they can know that, wow, he worked hard for that. The work is put in before I even get on stage. Man, we just shot a film called Love and Drugs 2, and I had a fight scene in that scene, in my scene. And man, and I literally worked for about 4 weeks with a fight and stunt trainer. And man, let's talk about real work. And it was real work, but it was real work for 4 weeks for a scene that you guys are going to see in the film, which is about a minute. But it was real work so that it could be real to you, so that it's something that the audience can enjoy. So when you see Draper Winston and you see Draper Winston delivering a character, man, you're seeing him putting his all into that character.
Okay. So with that being the case, of total immersion, is there anything that's coming up that we need to look out for as far as the work that you're putting out, or something that you're going to get ready to star in?
Okay. All right. Well, I just released my first produced, directed short film called Rented Love. Now you can find that on culturefactory.com, and I'll put it in the comments here in a minute. It's called Rented Love. I was able to star in it, and it's out. It's on YouTube and everything like that. Just finished shooting a movie called Love and Drugs 2. Shot another movie called Low Key, which is in the final production stages. So they're editing, putting that all together. What else I got coming up? Just booked a role for a series down in Houston with Andre Dean from Carter High, the movie. And so, man, I'll be working on that. Southern Truths is out, a series that's out. You can go find that. And, man, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. And I got a lot going on. I got a lot happening.
Do you prefer stage or do you prefer film or TV?
Man, that's so difficult to answer. Okay, but let me tell you why. That's so difficult to answer, man. But let me tell you why that's difficult to answer for me. For me, man, I got my start in stage. Man, my first, ever I got a stage play. My first lead role was in stage. Okay. And then after that is when I got the role, I got the film. But what I love about stage is the instant gratification that you get on stage. You get when you hit a line and the audience loves it, or you hit a line and they like, ooh, I don't like him, then you know that you hit that line the way it was supposed to be hit, And so that's what I love. You can feel the audience because they're right there. Now with film is real. It's real. I can be more natural in film than I am in stage just because of blocking and stuff like that, like the technical pieces of it. So man, that's so hard to say. But if I had to choose, I would say, man, I would say stage. And the reason why I say stage, man, is just because that energy that you can exchange with the audience, man. So I would have to say stage.
Okay. Now the next part is, did you want to, after the first time you got on stage or first time you acted, did you say, I'm going to continually do this? Or did you say, okay, I did it, I got it out of my system, let me go back into marketing?
Man, the first time I hit that stage, I said, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. And then the first time I stepped foot on a film set, I said, man, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. And so I haven't looked back since. So now I started back in 07. 07 was when I first started. Yeah, when I first started acting. So, man, I've been blessed in some of the things that I've been able to do. And I was able to play Chris Paul's body double in a commercial out in LA. So, man, I've been blessed to do some things in my time span. But, man, that was it. I was convinced, man, this is the road that I'm going to go.
Okay. So, is there any persons in this industry that you would want to work with?
Oh, Don Cheadle and Amari Hardwick. Man, when Don Cheadle did Hotel Rwanda, man, hands down, I was like, this dude is by far one of the most brilliant actors and underrated actors. And Jeffrey Wright was Peoples and Shaft, and he also did the first Martin Luther King autobiography film. Man, those dudes, man, when I say brilliant actors, man, and I want to work with the best. Man, if you're not challenging me, I don't want to work with you. So and Amari Hardwick, just the way that he dove into the role Ghost and all his other previous roles, man, those three guys are who I kind of look up to and kind of modern, pattern myself after. Man, those three guys, dope.
Do you ever want to receive any accolades for what you're doing? Are you looking for the Oscar? Are you looking to get the EGOT, as they say?
Hell yeah. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And the reason why is not just because, man, it's not just because, you know, you want the awards. Man, you wanna know that after all the hard work that you put into it, all the years that you put into it, man, that it's getting recognized by your peers. Man, your peers are the ones that are going to be the ones that are going to be voting for you. Like, you know, your peers are going to be the ones that are going to be pushing it for you. So being recognized by your peers, oh man, that's because they're in it and they understand it. And so for them to value it, man, that's a big deal. So heck yeah, man, I got
I'm gonna
all
say
4
it again.
awards on my vision board.
EGOT is an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. Just
And a Tony.
for
Yep.
people to understand.
Yep.
So with that being the case, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lofty goals.
Heck yeah, man. But I
Congratulations.
feel, yeah, I feel, you know, I feel like if you don't set your goals that high, man, then you're not playing big enough. You know, if you don't set your goals that high, you're not playing big enough. So, man, I wrote it out. I want the EGOT, and I put each award up on my vision board.
All right. As they say, if you build it, they will come.
Exactly. Yep.
Is there something that you're thinking about writing or putting together that you can somewhat expound on that people will get a better understanding as to who Draper Winston is?
Yeah, man, I actually wrote Rented Love on culturefactory.com, actually, and which was we just released. I wrote that. We got a couple other projects in the pipeline. The next one that's online, next one that's in the pipeline is called Fair Exchange, that I'm writing right now. And soon as this whole COVID-19 thing lifts, then we'll begin to produce that and get that out for the people. But man, I want to write real stories that people can relate to right now, you know. And honestly, man, I'm a fan of those 90s films, The Best Man, The Wood, Two Could Play That Game. You know, when all those came out, man, it was showing, yeah, man, it was showing us in a beautiful light, man. It was showing us as successful. It was showing us as, you know, we wouldn't have to deal drugs or anything like that. And it made us feel good at the end, you know, and it made us feel good all the way through the film. And so those are the type of films that I want to put out and that I want to produce.
Where did you grow up?
Man, I grew up in Grambling, Louisiana, and then went to school here in Arlington, Texas.
Now, where were you born?
I was born in St. Louis, but my family moved when I was 1 to Louisiana.
Okay. All right, St. Louis. All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you can impart to a young actor that's thinking about coming up in the game?
Woo.
He has. Somebody asked, are those films or plays? Actually, they're films.
They're films. Yeah, they're films. Yeah, they're all films. They're films. What I would say to a young actor is, you know, when you get into this thing, it's not as easy as what we portray it to be. A lot of people see the end product, so they see the final film or they see us on stage. But man, there's hours of rehearsal time. There's hours of individual preparation time. You know, it's learning your craft. It's studying. It's a grind. It's a lot to it than just what you see. So when you get into it, make sure that you're dedicated to being in it. You know, and one of the things Don Cheadle asks any young actor, I was like, it's very, very profound, is do you want to be a star or do you want to be an actor? And there's a difference in that. You know, do you want to be a star or do you want to be an actor? An actor works. You know, a star is, you know, go post a couple pictures on Instagram and you can become a star that way. You know, but if you want to be an actor works, perfects his craft, man, and that's what I want to be. And an actor has longevity. You know, an actor has longevity.
One of the questions that was asked was, would you use any new and up and coming actors in your film?
Absolutely. That's I say about probably maybe 20% of Rented Love were new actors. They were new actors, and I believe that we got to give people opportunities. Somebody gave me and blessed me with an opportunity, when I was a new and upcoming actor. And so I believe that we got to reach back and continue to keep giving those opportunities to people that you can see that are dedicated to the craft. So, you show me that you're dedicated to the craft, then I'll be more than willing to give you an opportunity. So a lot of people, especially here in Dallas, DeMarcus Bailey is a dope director, producer here. Snoop Robinson is a dope producer here in Dallas. And we all kind of thrive on giving opportunities to those new actors that have that potential. Give them a shot. Let them see where it takes them.
All right. Rented Love, you can currently see on YouTube, you said, correct?
Yes, on YouTube. And then you can actually go to the actual website. I'm about to put it in the comments for you. Culture Factory. I'm about to put it in the comments.
Don't worry, I'm going to pin it right now.
Man, awesome. Factory.
Yep, it's already there.
Oh, there it is. Okay. You can actually go there. Just click on the poster, and it's with a K. Make sure you put, when you spell factory, it's with a K, because I'm a Kappa, so it happens. So just click on the poster, and it'll take you to the film.
All right. So we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule and talking with us. We thank you for being a guest on the show today. And tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Thank you, man. Man, I appreciate you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it. You can find me anywhere, Draper Winston. That's it, on IG, Twitter, and whatnot. So you can find me pretty much across all boards. Just type in Draper Winston, and I'll pop up.
All right, Mr. Winston, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. Thank you for being a guest. Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It goes down, and you're going to see incredible guests like Draper Winston.
Hey. Appreciate y'all.
All right, let's see if we can get the Chief Rocker back in here. Hopefully he can pick up with a picture. We waiting on Chief Rocker, Busy B. Okay, I guess we're going to be doing this by just talking. Yeah, apparently it's not functioning. Yeah, apparently it's not functioning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live real quick. I'm going to come back in myself and make sure it's not me, but everybody sees everything that's going on. So everybody that in not even 2 minutes, and then we're going to go from there. All right? Hey, once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It goes down. You can check us out on YouTube Live. There's so many videos, so many things that we have rocking on. I'm waiting for the Chief Rocker, Busy B, to come back in again. We definitely going to try to get him on. Let's get this popping. Yeah, it's the same process, though. I can only hear you and I can't see you. working, but we could just do it by voice. Because every time that we facilitate to try to have you come in, it's not allowing for the process. But we're going to just talk through it and then go from there. Hello? Okay, I'm talking to myself. Yeah, we're going to do it just like this. I could definitely hear you. So for everybody that's listening to the voice of this gentleman that's utilizing the actual page, this is the Chief Rocker, Busy B, who's currently on this live. This is the everybody says that they can't hear you. Okay, he's gone again. I ain't paying you no mind, brother. Beware 84. Thank you very much for the levity. Yeah, every few seconds it kicks you out. I don't know what it is. Don't worry, we're gonna tape this segment. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect with you, and we're gonna tape the segment anyway. This is crazy. No. But we will definitely. All right, so we currently have another guest that's getting ready to come on. His name is Jarvis Mays. Jarvis is in the building. What's popping? What's popping?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. So this is the one and only Jarvis Mays. He is a R&B singer. He is an incredible, songful, international singer that's currently here on the show today.
Thank you for that introduction.
No problem, sir. So my first question to you is, as a young Jarvis, when did you know you could actually belt it out or sing?
I would say probably around the age of 6, 7. My dad used to take us and sit us on tables and make us sing to people. But my whole family sang, so it was kind of like, it was just a thing that everybody did. So from an early age, yeah.
Now, he said set them on the table, so not everybody knows, but you have a twin brother.
Yeah.
Who's an actual singer himself.
Yeah, he's a gospel artist. Yeah. So we both do it.
Okay. You currently have an album out, and not shocked at the name. Jarvis Mays is Jarvis is the name of the album, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did you name it after yourself?
Because for so long I won't say I've been in my brother's shadow, but I think it was the first opportunity for me to release my own music. And so the record embodies who I am, the type of music I wanted to do. So it was basically like, I'm just going to title the album Me. This is me, it's Jarvis. And I left it just simple. Yeah.
Okay. Once again, for those who are just tuning in, this is Jarvis Mays. He is a singer who currently has his own album out. It came out March 28th or 27th?
March 27th.
March 27th. The album that came out was called Jarvis.
Yeah.
So with that being the case, you growing up in the church, you being a singer who started your talents from when you were a young kid, what made you transition musically to where you are currently?
I would say that we've always listened to all types of music in our home. So my dad would listen to Jonathan Butler, Earth, Wind and Fire, Confunction, you know, all old school music. So we would go to church, but we also listen to all types of music at home as well. So I've always preferred R&B from a vocally perspective. Gospel singing is so hard for me. Like it's hard. It's hard on your voice, and I was just like, I don't want to do this forever. So my brother stayed in gospel, and I've sang on some of his projects, but I just chose to do what I felt more comfortable for me and what I really love doing, which is R&B.
Now, where did you originally grow up?
Avon Park, Florida. It's a small city outside of Orlando. And after that, I went to FAMU for college, and then I came here to Atlanta.
Now, were you born in Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Florida boy.
With your album, which we're gonna play a song in a little bit, with your album being Jarvis, are you? What will people get from the album that's named you?
I think Jarvis. If you think about Jarvis, well, if I can describe Jarvis, I would say I am love music, somewhat sexually explicit, honest, relationships. I think that's kind of sums it up, and I think I have the opportunity to talk about it because I've been married, I've been divorced, I've been in love, I've been heartbroken, and I think most of us are sexually active. If not active, I mean sexually, it's in the mind.
All right. My co-host asks, has your brother sing on any of your projects, like on this current one?
No, he hasn't. However, he listens to it all the time. He listens to my music all the time, and then he knows all the songs. And so when we're together, we play it. But he hasn't sang on this album, and I'm not certain if he wants to. I mean, we have music together too as well. The Amazing Twins, and we literally have almost a full album complete. And we didn't release it because I wanted to do something else. I didn't want to tour and travel with him doing gospel music. So I didn't want to be in his way. So we kind of went our own ways and decided to do our own thing.
Okay. So with that being the case, now, is it a reflection? Would you say your album is a reflection of you?
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay. Who do you look up to in the industry that gave you some of the chops that you currently have?
I would say my dad. My dad is an amazing singer. But I would definitely say Jonathan Butler. I love PJ Morton. I love Earth, Wind and Fire. I love Anita Baker. Like, those are some of the people that I just grew up listening to. And so if I turn on my playlist right now, you hear all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So with that being the case, would you think that this would be a process that you would want to say it's a culmination that, because you respect your dad, would you say you pattern some of your music after him?
Yeah, totally. I mean, he was literally the first voice I heard from a singing perspective. So definitely I would say that, yeah.
One of the questions is, if you had a chance to do a duet, who would it be with and why?
Right now, I probably will say PJ Morton. I love PJ Morton. I love everything that he sings about, especially in this time. R&B, real music, love, relationships. He's such an amazing vocalist, and I love that he is always doing live sessions. So that's just kind of like down my alley.
Wow. Okay. Now that's PJ Morton, the gospel singer, right?
He's R&B. I mean, he did a lot of writing for gospel artists, but he's definitely an R&B artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was just my recollection. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
With that being the case, and is there anybody that you would want to, if you want to say that you would actually want to learn more about in the industry and give them an opportunity to, if you had to remix one of your songs, would besides PJ, is anybody else that you would put on the album that you would remix with?
Yeah, so I want to remix Appreciate, and I have someone in mind who I want to do it with. I can't really say it right now because I have a request out to them, and I don't want to ruin it. I have another song that I want to do, definitely, and it's with my homegirl, one of my best friends, Adonica. She's an amazing vocalist, and she's local here in Atlanta, and I put her on the stage beside anybody, and I truly believe like she'll kill them. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay, you're putting a lot on it.
I mean, she's bad like that, so you know, definitely.
Well, I'm going to let the fans know at this moment, we're going to take the opportunity. We're going to play the song Appreciate.
Okay.
And I want them to get a feel for who you are and what you're about. Because a lot of people don't understand that when you get up to this plateau, and I tell people this all the time, I don't invite everybody to my show.
Oh, okay.
The reason why is because we want to make sure that people take the opportunity to show such greatness and give them the opportunity to have a platform that is unique in and of itself. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to play his song, Appreciate. This is the one and only Jarvis Mays. The name of the album is Jarvis. It came out. It's currently on all platforms, Spotify. You currently have it on Apple Music. You have it on Tidal. Everywhere you can actually go cop music. So go purchase this album if you appreciate what we're about to play right now. Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. So pay attention. Let's listen.
Let's go. Who is that? AJ Taylor. All right now. Interview Hernandez. Yeah. What's up, B?
I forgot this one play.
Brandon.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know where you came from. Never thought about love until you came around, yeah. Yeah, forget the other girls before you. Hit them one time, had them leaving in the morning. Yeah, can't remember one name, had them do the walk of shame. Came around and changed me. Thought I didn't need you. Now I needed you. Gotta show you my appreciation. Never like we're on vacation.
What's up, Auntie?
We can go a couple rounds. Make you breakfast in bed. Come and take my hand. Got a plan, and it's gonna make you say, oh. Now I got you thinking,
Dr. Charles, what's up, man?
now you know how I roll. Shop until you drop, all up way to the floor. Got me spending money on you, girl. I do anything for you, for you. Get them other girls before you. Hit them one time, had them leaving in the morning. Can't
Dennis.
Hey. Now I got you. Come on.
Oh, you gonna sing it?
That's about the one note, brother.
Thank you for playing it for me, man. Appreciate it.
So for everybody that's actually listening, that was the song "Appreciate." A lot of people don't understand the incredible work that goes into having people such as this on the show, and I appreciate the work of people who bring in greatness to our show.
Thank you.
Jarvis Mays is a young man that's definitely very talented, as you just heard.
I appreciate that.
I guess the people are appreciating the song because I'm seeing the sparkles and the firecrackers.
Some of my friends. I love my friends.
Tell me, Jarvis, what's on next on the horizon after all of this COVID-19 is over?
So June, that's the projected date. It may be pushed out if COVID doesn't calm down, but definitely going to release the second part of the record. So I've released the EP 5 songs, but I'll be releasing the album 10 songs. 2 are already finished. They just need to be mixed and mastered. And then I have 3 more that I need to record. So I was supposed to be recording this week. It's not happening. So just got to figure it out. But definitely I want to be releasing my EP. My full project by summertime.
Okay. So can you give them a little something while you're sitting here? Maybe something off the album that we haven't heard that they can...
I could play something. Let me see. I got something, but then it would take me off.
No, I don't want you to play. I want
you want me to sing?
If you can.
Let me see which one. I was going to say Breakup, but we rewriting Breakup right now. So
just anything that you can think of that you would think would fit this moment. Somebody said, "Sing, Jay, sing."
I'm thinking of what could I sing right now from the record. I don't know. Like,
right.
hold on.
Sing, Mary Had a Little Lamb.
I ain't singing Mary Had a Little Lamb, but let me see. Some Beautiful Love. That's one of my favorite songs from the record. It goes, my heart beats so different now because of this love I found. Now I've gotta tell the world about this girl. She's more than I've ever known. The lyrics to this love song. But I'll sing more of it later. But Beautiful Love is one of my favorite songs. And that song, I think Brandon is on here. Brandon helped me write that song. And we actually did that song right after my divorce. And to this day, it's literally still like one of my favorite songs from the entire record. And I'll probably be singing that song forever because it's basically not just the first song, but that song was like a healing song for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after the breakup is when it came about that you wanted to heal. So It's part of
Yeah,
your
and it was
passion
kind of
within this
like what
album.
I was desiring from a relationship perspective. Now, Beautiful Love, that was then. I'm in a totally different place now. So, Beautiful Love, like I said, it was a healing song, but it's completely not where I am right now, though.
Okay. So you're in a different place now.
Yeah,
Okay.
completely. I'm healed. I'm in a good place. I'm in a great place, actually. Yeah. Marriage is tough. Have you been married? Are you married?
At one time.
Yeah, not the car. It should be right now. So beautiful. Yeah, I love that song. Mm-hmm.
That's funny. That was funny. So with that being the case, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule
Thank you,
to
man.
talk with us today, and we appreciate all of the work that you helping us to put in as far as the show today. Tell us what is the where everybody can find you on social media.
You can find me at Jarvis Mays on. That's my handle for everything. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I don't think I have anything else. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. And JarvisMays.com.
All right.
That's it.
Jarvis Mays is an incredible singer. You're definitely going to get real parts of his life and real parts of what he put into this album called Jarvis. Take the opportunity to go get that EP on all streaming platforms and listen for greatness, because it's definitely out in the world. The second part of the album is coming in June.
Summer.
Fingers crossed, and make sure you pay attention to what he has going on. And we'll definitely be talking with him soon again. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule today.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And my last question is, before we get off,
What's that?
How have you been dealing with COVID-19?
Like everybody else, I think. I mean, just staying away from people, having a lot of food in the house, a lot of cocktails. Just staying away from people. It's tough, though. It's difficult. I mean, many of us, we want to go outside. We want to go see our friends. We want to, go to a bar, do something different than just being in the house watching Netflix. But, I mean, the safe way is just to stay in for the most part.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be safe out there.
All right. Thank you for being here today. We're going to carry on with the show. I appreciate you being here, sir.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
All right. All right. So let's see if we have our next guest available. Chief Rock is still in here. Let's see if we can try to get him in again. Chief Rocker. Yeah, once again, it's still not. Matter of fact, go live on your page. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in there, but then after that, share the video with me. And then I'll put it up. All right. We're going to leave out of here momentarily. We're going to leave from here. I'm going to make sure I put up both of these videos. I want y'all to go to Chief Rocker Busy Bee's page. If you type in Busy Bee, you'll definitely get him. And then from there, we will take the opportunity and do the interview there. This is Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It goes down. Appreciate y'all tuning in and definitely sharing your time with us. But we're going to go over to Chief Rocker Busy Bee's page and then try to get this going from there. All right.
the building. Wait for the evening experience. Got me now?
I got you now.
All right, here we go.
All right. So once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show, and we're on the Chief Rocker Busy Bees page, talking with him.
That's right, live and direct.
All right. So I want y'all to understand that this young man is an industry standard. He's been around for the longest time in hip hop. You started at the age of 15, did you not?
Oh yeah, I might have been younger than that.
Wow. Okay. You used to battle rap back in the day, correct?
But no, it wasn't actually a battle rap, you know, and I don't want everybody to keep getting it twisted. It was never a battle rap. When me and AJ was given these, they was called MCs conventions. They was for the MCs that we always hear on the mixtapes or the cassette tapes that we never got to see in person. We'll give a function where the MC convention, where all the MCs can come together, and we'll have a little face-off with the groups and the solo MCs. Because you had back then, it was like a handful of us anyway, but then throughout in the neighborhoods, you had all kind of guys that called themselves MCs. So they'll come out in the park with their father and mother stereo and thinking that that was the equipment to do their stuff with. So we honored everybody, you know what I'm saying? But then you had the real groups. You had your Cold Crush 4s, you had your Treacherous 3s, you had you had a few, the Mastodons, the Def Committees, you had a few guys. So that was the time for everybody to shine, and then we would give away awards and presents and stuff like that towards the end of the night, and that's how it became a battle. They was conventions, and then they was live entertainments for prizes. There was never battles. Kumo D made it a battle because he was in the gutter. He was with the 3 MCs that wasn't getting no money, and they ain't like it, and they was jealous of the pretty guy like me, getting all the money, me and my man AJ, looking good, feeling good, rocking houses, going to the spots, getting all the money. They ain't like that. So he had to do what he had to do. And I ain't mad because today I'm still just as pretty as I was then now, and he fat and ugly.
All right. So
I'll tell him in his face, behind his back, you know it. But that's my man, though. There's no love. See, back then, it was never like, when they say, when we was on the beef, even when we did the QD3 thing called beef, it was never no beef. It was never a beef. It was just about entertaining the crowd, and because I never was into the gangster stuff and all that. I never did that. And I didn't want them to category me as that. I was a happy, still happy MC. I am an MC. I am not a rapper. Rap is something we do. Hip hop is something we live. I am an MC. An MC is an entertainer too. I can take a rap guy's record. That same rap guy, he could be the #1 rapper on the planet. But I could take his song, do his song, my song, and a few other songs better than he could, and he'll just do his own song and have to go. That's the difference. That's the difference. You know, I'm going to entertain and rock with your record. You just going to sing your record. I'm going to rock your record and rock me at the same time.
Okay, so when did you put out your first song?
Oh man, maybe '79 when Sugar Hill Gang came out with it, because AJ was like the guy who had all the pull back then as far as for me with the people he knew. And he met a guy named Terry Crews that had a little pull, I guess, and he put us in the studio. And when he said that, when the Sugar Hill Gang came out with that Rapper's Delight, everybody went into a frantic about where could they make a record. So whoever had a studio or knew somebody, they would have ran in there. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Between AJ and myself, I didn't know it, but AJ came to me and said, "Hey, B, I got this guy that, you know, that he put out a record. We can go into the studio and make a record." And I like, for real? So for me, and then back then, maybe for me, I was a little more ahead of my time because I still tried to come out with a group. It was me, AJ, and then DJ Smalls, the son of Hollywood. Then I tried it again various times with other people. But then when I just said, you know, because I was a solo MC, just let me do me, it started to work out. And I rolled with that.
Okay, so did you remember the first time you hit the stage?
Oh yeah.
How did you feel when the crowd was applauding and the elation that they gave you?
I felt like the champion I knew I was when I got out there. You know what I'm saying? See, for me, it's, again, I'm not going to sit here and try to front and act like I was born to do this shit, man. It ain't no, I say it in my song. If you heard the song Suicide, no practice or rehearsal. This is the shit I do. I do this shit, man. It's no practice or you can say, hey, Biz, your turn. You got 5 minutes, go out there and do that. When I leave that joint, you, just like you smiling right now, they gonna be like, that motherfucker is rocking. I like, hey, yo, who is that? Even if they didn't know me, they gonna be like, yo, who was that? Yo, that shit was all right, man. He rocked this shit. And that's what it is, man.
Wow. Big shouts out to Scott.
And I went out on my first tour. The real, when I say I went out on the tour, I went out with Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash, Sequence Girls, and I think it was the Funky Four plus one more. Miss Sylvia Robinson gave me a chance to go out on stage to warm the crowd up before actually the Furious Five and all, because Sugar Hill was the main group. They always was the star of the show. Then you had Grandmaster Flash, and you remember the girls from you right on up, Sequence Girls?
Yes.
Well, they was bringing them out, and then they had the Funky Four plus one more with Shy Rock. You know what I'm saying? So at this time, there was no solo MCs on wax or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I was cool with Melly Mel. Melly Mel was like my best friend. He's like one of my best friends to this day. And I traveled with him. But at the same time, the Robinsons knew who I was as a Busy Bee on the streets and stuff like that. So they didn't have a problem in me traveling with them either. So when we got to the arena, which was in Baltimore, we was in Baltimore, Maryland. It was called the Optic Arena back then, right? And we went in there, and she said, Busy Bee, think you can go out on stage and rock them for a minute before the girls get ready? I'm like, what? Yeah. And she said, go ahead. Yeah. She said, tell Busy Bee what you want them to play. Busy Bee, tell them what you want them to play. You go out there and you do that, Busy Bee. Busy Bee, don't you make me look bad, Busy Bee. Busy Bee, don't you fuck my body up. I said, man, and I got up there and they played that Funky President. And woo, I was out. They had to tell me, hey, B, come on, get off. Yo, B, get off. I was still rocking. You know, they said, B, go inside. I'm up there rocking. They said, yo, B, come on. I'm rocking. I'm like now I don't see nobody. I'm rocking. Everybody rocking, screaming and hollering. And then that was it. When I got off and we got on the bus to go back home, she said, hey, y'all, man, I want to thank Busy Bee. She gave me my props, told me what it was. Everybody said the same thing. They said, wow, Biz just did it. You know, and even for the Sequence Girls at that time, they was brand new. They was nervous. We were so goddamn nervous. And I mean, for just to say that's what it was, that's what it was.
Okay. So with that being the case, and you rocking the stage for the first time at 17 years old, and you were born into this is what you do, as you say.
Right.
Hip hop as it stands now, what do you think about it?
I actually don't, because they took the fun out of our culture. You know what I mean? That's why, in a way, maybe this thing right now, this COVID-19 thing that's going on, might bring back a lot of difference. There was too many things going on. It's too many things that was happening that wasn't supposed to happen. There's too many things going on that wasn't supposed to be real. I mean, it was a lot. To now, it's a wrap now. It's this thing here separating the boys from the men, as far as in hip hop, if that's what you want to call it. This is separating the females from the little girls. If that's what you want to call it, because now everybody got to do the same thing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Right now, some of you people's monies can't do nothing for you. So all you can do is max quarantine yourself, relax your brain, your mind, get your spirit right. And if you know you was wrong, this is the time to make up with your God. Because if you don't, when times go back out there on the street, you might be not aboard that ship when that ship starts sailing. Because me, I was following the protocol. I've been doing what I've been doing since 1977. I am so happy and blessed to be still doing what I'm doing and be relevant at the same time. It don't matter if I got some money. I've been blessed with the reputation of being wealthy in spirit and soul. And so that's, if I left the planet today, I had a block party. I went around the planet. I met queens, kings, prime ministers, winos, dope fiends, hoes, prostitutes. I met all kinds of motherfuckers and had a ball with them. And that's real, man. I mean, I'm no bullshit. I could be walking to a wino and I say, hey, yo, Biz. You be like, yo, B, where you doing that? So that's my man, Harold. Me and Harold was, you know what I'm saying? I met all kinds of people. So hip hop has blessed me very well. I mean, wow. I went around the planet Earth. The only place on this earth I haven't been for hip hop is Russia and Africa. And then I didn't want to go. I could have went to Russia. I also could have went to Africa. I'm just scared of needles. You know, you got to take needles and shit to go there. I'm a bitch. I'm sorry, but I don't like needles. When he's talking about putting needles on me, I'm running and hiding behind the cars and doing all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was out of the question. So other than that, hip hop took me everywhere. I got the busy sticks. I've been doing the weed thing and smoking and all that. That didn't do nothing but just help me get high and have fun with my friends. Hip hop took me around the planet. It took me to Germany, Japan, California, Chicago, to meet you, to all of that. Hip hop did that for me, and I appreciate it.
Now, with that being the case, and I like the fact that you said you're an MC and not a rap artist, because you're right, there was a difference. Looking at the KRS-Ones, looking at the Rakims, looking at the, as you say, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, looking at the Sugar Hill Gang. Those were MCs, people who actually commanded a stage, gave you a feeling, which was different than that of what hip hop is, and what rappers do now. Rappers don't command stages the way that they did then, because you had to give a show. You know, I look at like Dougie Fresh, he gave you a show. Slick Rick, he gave you a show. And I don't think, like you said, I believe the fun is out of the hip hop itself. It's not like it was back in the day. With that being the case, what did you think that you performed different from the other rappers that are currently out? Like, what was your niche? What was the thing that people knew you for?
Being happy, because soon I get on the stage, they see it in my face. They see it right in my face. It's like, yeah, we get ready to party like motherfucking that. And that's the feeling they want to hear. Some people, see, they took these rappers today, no disrespect, and they're making a lot of money, and that's fine. But they took the fun out of it and videos, because now videos today, there's nobody having fun. Everybody got the guns and the water and the money and the cars and standing still doing it. Nobody. I like Soul Train. Do you remember Soul Train?
Yes,
everybody was on stage dancing and singing a song. You was dancing to it. You wasn't standing there looking at it like. Everybody was dancing to it. Even if you was a thug, they had the thugs looking like they was thugs, but they was dancing. They was rocking the girl and everything. There's no more dancing and partying no more in nobody's video. Everybody's video is about a gun, or they getting money and they put it in the suitcases and they got on some Gucci and they going to the girl, or they dissing the girl, or I mean, it ain't no more partying and dancing and having fun. And what happened to that? But soon you on stage, that's what you want out the crowd. How? To when everything they see in your song, everybody like that. That's what you want then. You want them looking at you like that while you sing your song. Me, while I'm doing mine, they gonna be rocking with me. So I'm gonna tell them, man, you better try to get it on. Let's get ready to go down. And that's entertaining. And that's all I'm saying. That's a difference between entertaining and rapping. And some people love it, some people don't. And I mean, I'm cool with it, because that's what it is today. There's no more 8-bar rappers. There's no more 16. Everybody doing 4 and out, or hook and out. And those are hit records now.
Oh, trust me when I tell you, I definitely understand that. I used to have a young co-host back in the day, and we sat there and we used to sit there and talk about music, and we always differentiated when it came to it, because, you know, I say now you have rappers that say one line 30 times.
Right.
And like, no taking away from this kid's money, but this kid, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, and like that was a song. It's like, dude, that's not a song. What the hell is that? That's one word. Stop saying that.
I can't wait to meet some of them guys and ask them, can I just say one hook on your song and make some money with y'all? That's all I want to do. I ain't mad as fuck. I got a lot of hooks, man. We can make some hooks, man. Y'all give me a couple dollars and I'll see you. Hey, I'm not, see, this is what I'm saying. I ain't mad. I am even happy you making my shit easier. So I'm just trying to meet some of these motherfuckers, and they're gonna like me because I'm doing what they doing. I'm smoking good. I'm looking good. I'm still doing the same thing. So I'm like the uncle. They say, yo, they go Unc right there. That's Unc. But put Unc down with some of that because, hey, man, they just, hey, man, it's killing me, man. And they getting boxes of money for one hook.
Facts.
Wow. Come on, man. I got hooks for days, man. They saying my hooks right now. Everybody's saying my hooks and getting paid for them right now. That's the case.
Facts.
Wow.
I know you're still making music.
Oh, yeah.
What drives you today? Like, what gives you
Y'all, all of my fans. That's all they see. That's, you just said it. I'm still doing music. That's what got me where I'm at. Music, nothing else. I got to stick to that and just keep changing and keep reinventing myself with my music because that's what made me who I am. That's who you love. That's who you talking to. The Chief Rocker, Busy B, the MC, not Busy B, the drug dealer, or Busy B, the wholesale dealer, or Busy B. You talking to the MC. And that's what drives me because people, I walk these streets right now. Yo, thank you, Busy B. I appreciate what you did, Busy B. Can I take a picture with you, Busy B? I'm still getting that. And that is enough for me right there.
What gave your music its, if you want to say, what gave your music its substance? Like, was it personal stuff, or was it entertainment, or was it
all entertainment? Everything was party. Everything for me was party. I never had no rules about nothing. Certain subjects I'll challenge, but it wasn't important or very serious. I went into it as what it was and went out. Like, for instance, when I did Suicide, when I did the song Murder, Running Things, I just, it was just those little segments and it was out. And I spoke about what was real at those times.
Now, you grew up in the Bronx, correct?
Yeah, I'm from the Boogie Down Bronx.
So Kool Herc, you,
Flash.
You had
Flash.
You had
AJ.
Okay. What about
Theodore, Mean Gene,
DJ Chuck Chill Out?
Right? Chuck Chill Out, the Bronx, Uptown.
Funk Master Flex.
Brucey B.
Okay.
So,
and you currently live out west?
I'm in Vegas now. Yep.
Okay. Do you do any residencies or shows out there?
Yeah, I was doing that. That's why I was here, but they shut us down
because of COVID.
Right.
And when they start back up, are you going to like?
I'm gonna be their number one man. I'm gonna be their number one MC in the building. They're gonna be like, "Yo, Biz, come on, man! It's time to get it out." It's gonna be going down again. That's word is phone. I can't wait. I'm following the protocol. I'm sitting here chilling out. I'm enjoying myself. I'm a good cook. See, I'm like one of the best chefs on the planet. So as long as I got my own food, I cook my own food. I roll up some of that fire. I'm smoking good. I'm drinking good. I mean, what? I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Now, you're an entrepreneur. You also have your own. I don't know if it's a dispensary or you just have your own.
I have the flower shop. I have the hip hop flower shop. You can get your daisies, your roses, for whatever occasions you want. I have people that make bouquets for you. The website is just currently down for a second. It's in construction now, where you can actually go online and see hiphopflowershop.com. You can go in there and see. I mean, it's for all occasions: birthdays, weddings, bar mitzvahs, graduations, funerals. And then you got the busy sticks. That's on the cannabis side. So when you talk about flower, you don't know what flower you're gonna get out of Busy B. You know what I'm saying? So I can't get no trouble. They say, oh, you got both days. I might have a bunch of weed over here on the side. But the Busy Sticks are coming out too as well. They're in the dispensaries right now in California. So that's just, I give you a protocol look at what that look like. That's your Busy Stick. That's 2 grams of goodness with the hashy in it. And those in the dispensaries out in California, San Francisco, and things of that nature. Right now, I can't do New York because New York is not legal. They just medical. And all the places that's medical, I got to wait till they recreational. Then I can go in as what I'm doing because mine is for recreational. And then I got the flower shop. So it's 2 things I'm working with the Busy Sticks. And they in dispensary. I don't have a dispensary of my own yet. In the flower shop, I will open up a Busy Bee Hip Hop flower shop. But in the meantime, it's just the hip hop flower shop. It's online. And then when I happen to open that up, that would be in San Francisco too for the first one. In Maine and San Francisco, they do a lot of that stuff out there. You have all kind of people with flowers in the street. So I'm following the trend, but I'm new to the game, but they love me because of what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to give you some flowers before it's all over. Trying to share love with everybody and give them some good stuff, get inspiration and flowers, because I've been doing that for a long time myself. And you always say you want to give out flowers before somebody dead or they pass away. So that's what I've always been doing. So now I use my word, the hip hop. So the hip hop flower shop will be based on all the hip hop things. And if I open up a flower shop, you're going to get memorabilia from 79 to 84. And that's about it.
Okay. So with that being the case, is there anybody in the industry that you wanted to work with that you haven't?
Oh, yeah. Phil Collins. Who else it was? Phil Collins. I actually tried to get ready to work with Rick James, God bless the dead, before he left. And I wanted to get with Dr. Dre. I'm still going to get with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is a good friend of mine. You just haven't seen me in a while. He's just been too busy getting boxes of money. So by the time I get with him, he'll be able to share some, and we can go and do a nice little project. That's my man, Dr. Dre. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. And when you get the chance, if you could holler at Melly Mel for me, I would love to have him on the show as well.
Oh, well, I'll give Melly Mel a call. After this is over, I'll hit you in the DM, give you his number. I ain't mad, and you tell him Busy Bee gave me the number. And you call him, and we go right on in.
I noticed the other day, and this is what I love about hip hop, and I love about the history of hip hop. I noticed that you spoke with, that you put up regards to Rakim for signing. I don't know if he gave you an autograph or whatever.
Yeah, he signed a book for me. It was his book, Don't Let the Technique, and he signed it for me. I wanted a book, and I asked him to sign it for me. I let everybody know because you can't say, yo, you know, I got the book from Rakim, he signed. They look at you like, yeah, right.
Right.
So, I you know what I'm saying? I did my little thing, yo, let's go to God, signing Busy Bee live and direct. And then I posted because, you know, again, yo, the God signed that. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So, that's official.
What I love about the fact that you are a person that's celebratory, I notice whenever I go to a live, LL Live, last night, when I see you at Fat Joe's Live, I see you on everybody's movement.
Oh, yeah.
And one thing I respect about you is the fact that you give props to MCs, to rappers in the industry. Have you ever wanted to work with like a KRS-One or anybody who's like a younger generation to you? Is anybody that you really wanted to like take under your wing and do like a quick 16 with them to this day?
Yeah. Melly Mel. Melly Mel, I did one with KRS-One. I did a whole album with KRS-One, me and him and Marley Marl. So I got that dream out the way. I also did one with De La Soul. I got that out the way. They was my favorite group at one time, De La Soul. So I got a chance to work with them. I was definitely trying to get with Redman because I like Redman's style of rap, you know, a lot. And then when he got with Method Man, I got jealous. You know what I'm saying? So I had to sit back and chill out and wait my turn. But them two guys, they awesome, man. And I love that. I mean, I could rock with that shit all day. I love that. Cypress Hills and Be Real. And I mean, see, it's a different style, but I like them all, because if you was about what you was about, it speak for itself. You know, you never have to worry about getting performed or getting shows, because your craft speak for itself. If you a master in your craft, people would want to pay to see that any time of the day. So I never stress about when I'm going to go perform, because they always call, and I'm still performing and playing to this day. You know what I mean? So I've been, again, in my song, 40 years in the game and still blessed, y'all.
I could definitely tell you that you are, because of the fact that the one thing I've seen in all your lives and everything else that you do is that not only do you rock your music, but from the time I heard your first song when I was a kid, and I ain't gonna put my age out there too much. I'm about to be 47 this year.
I'm 56.
God bless. You were born 11 years before me, to be exact. I looked at you and what you did as an MC, and the one thing I respect about your style and what you've done in the industry is how incredible the work is that you put in. And from the time you started to now, you definitely been one of the best entertainers around. I've seen a lot of people celebrate who you are as an MC, because you definitely bring party to the people.
That's what I try to do.
Always been an MC of the people, and like you, I believe in giving props where props are due.
Right. But hey, that's what I've been motivated to do. I'm still loving doing it. I'm just going to keep on till the wheels fall off. I'm going to be the Chief Rocker, Busy Bee, doing what I'm doing. As long as the people, I like to keep it feeling good, keep a smile on your face, because the Busy Bee's here to rock this place. And that's my motto. That's what it is. And at the end of the day, it's peace, love, unity, and having fun. That is the culture, man. For real, man. Black Thought, I see you in the building hanging out. It's your boy, Busy Bee. That's what's happening, man. So, I mean, anytime, you know, we can rap or talk, you just hit me up. We can go there live, you know, and just let it get it in the building, man. I appreciate you inviting me to your segment. And I'm sorry it didn't work out on your joint, but we on mine. So it's the same thing. I'll share the live, share love. This time I got the upper hand. They got to call me. Yo, B, I need that film. Yo, B. And everybody got to call my phone. So there it is, y'all. Your boy, Chief Rocker, Busy Bee. It's Throwback Thursday. We're doing it on the evening experience. And you got Chief Rocker, Busy Bee. You got all special guests in the building. Chilling out, y'all. Hey, y'all got to be easy out there. Please be safe. Please don't break the protocol, so I can see y'all around July and live and direct. All right. Anything else, my brother?
Yes. Is there anything that's coming up down the actual pike that you would
Yeah.
let us know about?
Well, I'm gonna have a Busy Stick event. It's going to most likely might be on the West Coast for the first time, because again, everything is recreational and legal on this side. But as soon as I can get a chance to find a spot on the East Coast, somewhere when the weather get warm around July, June, or maybe August, I'm coming with the Busy Stick party, and we're going to be able to have a nice little event, get together around, so everybody, you and your friends and your family, can be coming to me. We can all party together, talk, do the same thing again, live and direct, and go from there.
That sounds great. Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It goes down. I'm with the one and only Chief Rocker, Busy Bee, and it's been live and direct. And listen, it's been my pleasure and my honor to talk to such a great man that is still kicking it, still bringing the funny, still bringing the masses, the party all the time. The Chief Rocker, Busy Bee.
I'm still here.
You having me here today with you, and I thank you. And for everybody that's tuned in, follow each other, learn from each other, and do greatness out in the world.
Hey, time to smoke.
Hey,
Sticky green, y'all. Let's go. Hey y'all, it's your boy Busy B. It's Throwback Thursday. I'm in the building. Boom, boom, I see you. Sexy when I see you. From New York City, I see you in the building. The Cap, I see y'all. It's your boy, the Chief Doctor, Busy B. Yes, y'all, let's go. Light that fire up. Here we go. Come on.
Yes, y'all. I'm 40 years in the game. I'm still blessed, y'all. They say I'm back, but I ain't never left, y'all. I gotta wonder what I'ma do next, y'all. The OG is smoking OG. Yeah. My blood type is THC.
Light up, I gotta roll up.
Can't take game before me. Kumo D wouldn't be Mo D without me. But that's no diss to cool, y'all. Cause these days I ain't got nothing to prove, y'all. I'm in Cali, laid out by the pool, y'all. With some backwoods, smoking Gorilla Glue, y'all. I'm all smoked out off train wreck. They got my chest feeling like a train wreck. Yeah, but I'm the same cat. The game in this game.
It's your boy Busy B. Y'all sexy when I see you in the building. Throwback Thursday. Yo, Bugsy Bugs Roll. I see you in the building. Let's go. Light that fire. I'm rolling up. I'm rolling up. Come on.
Busy Bees in the house with the sticky green, y'all. Busy Bees in the house with the sticky green.
Yes.
The hip hop pioneer.
Yes.
See how the crowds move when I appear? So take your kitty litter to them cats. You're looking at a full-grown lion here. Cause everybody wanna be with the Busy Bee. And everybody wanna see how the Busy is. The OGs here know who the Busy is. But them young cats be like, the Busy Bee who? Well, I'm the one to put the groove in it. The one to show you how to move in it. Yeah, I'm smoking the sticky green.
Yes, I see you in the building.
Before Dre and Snoop.
Yes, y'all.
I was smoking the
Yo,
Cali
Fish, I
before
see
the
you.
product was there.
Seal us in the building. What up, Fish?
Yeah, so all my real niggas gon' bump with the B and light it up and blow some in the air.
We rolling up, Fish. We rolling up.
Busy Bees in the house with the sticky green, y'all.
Dance with the Fish. Come on.
Chief like a Busy Bee with the sticky
Throwback Thursday, y'all. Going into the weekend.
Busy Bees in the house with the sticky green, y'all.
We still gotta be quarantined. We still gotta stay in the
Busy
building.
Bee with the sticky green.
Everybody say,
I like it.
come on, y'all.
Say I love it. Say I need it. I got to have it. I'll let you roll it.
Roll up.
I'll let you light it.
Roll up.
Did you pass it? I got to have it.
Busy B, come on.
Chief like a Busy Bee with the sticky green, y'all. Come on. Chief like a Busy Bee with the sticky green, y'all. Come on. Busy Bee is in the house with the sticky green, y'all. Yeah. Come on. Chief like a Busy Bee with the sticky green. Hey, y'all remember, I got the bottle, you got the cup. I don't drink, but you can light up. Yeah, sticky green, y'all. Yeah.
Let's do that again one more time. Boogie Band, I see you in the building. Your boy Busy B. Grandmaster Fish, I see you in the building. My man Ice. I hope you all right. Pave the way is in the building. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Come on. Throwback Thursday. Let's get it in. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, Busy B, y'all. Yes, Throwback Thursday. It's your boy Busy B.
Busy Bee,
Peace and love, unity, and having fun. Light your fire up. All about the quarantine right now. Let's go.
sticky green.
One more time, Sticky Green remix.
Yes, y'all. I'm 40 years in the game, I'm still blessed, y'all. They say I'm back, but I ain't never left, y'all. I gotta wonder what I'ma do next, y'all. The OG is smoking OG.
Yeah.
My blood type is THC. That's right. But ain't too many cats here came before me. Kumo D with
Y'all in the
Mo
game,
D
you can take it. What's up?
But that's no diss to cool, y'all. Cause these days I ain't got nothing to prove, y'all.
What's up?
I'm in Cali, laid out by the pool, y'all. With some backwoods, smoking Gorilla Glue, y'all. I'm all smoked out off train wreck. They got my chest feeling like a train hit. Yeah, but I'm the same cat that came in this game hit.
Bless up, bless up, bless up,
Busy Bees
everybody.
in the house with the sticky green,
Miss
y'all.
Jackson, I see you. Come on.
Chief like a Busy Bee with the sticky green, y'all.
Baltimore's in the building now.
Busy Bees in the house with the sticky
Blast,
green,
blast,
y'all.
blast, blast. I see you in the building.
Busy Bees in the house.
Miss Jackson, Baltimore, let's go. Come on.
The hip hop pioneer. See how the crowds move when I appear. So take your kitty litter to them cats. You're looking at a full-grown lion here. But everybody wanna be with the busy bee. And everybody wanna see how the busy do. The OGs here know who the busy is. But them young cats be like, the busy bee who? Well, I'm the one to put the groove in it. The one to show you how to move in it. Yeah, I'm smoking the sticky weed in the green room. Before Dre and Snoop, I was smoking the Cali before the Chronic was there. I was smoking back when the Onyx had hair. So all my real niggas roll one for the beat, light it up and blow some in the air. Busy bees in the house, it's sticky, sticky green, y'all. Chief like a busy bee with the sticky, sticky green, y'all. Busy bees in the house, with the sticky, sticky green, y'all.
Got a big hole in my shit. Light up on your fire, let's go. Say it, I like it. Come on, y'all.
Say I love it.
Come on, smoke it up. Light it up. Come on.
I got to have it. Woo. I'll let you roll it.
Roll it up.
I'll let you light it.
Light it up, y'all.
Then you pass it.
Pass it.
I got to have it.
Remix.
Keep like a busy bee with the sticky, sticky green.
Sample, I see you in the building with Busy Bee. Johnny Sicker, I see you in the building. Bless up. Sample, bless up.
Busy bee is in the house.
Yes.
Sticky, sticky green, y'all.
Dance with the Busy. Come on.
Keep like a busy bee with the sticky, sticky green.
Hey, let's go. Hey, y'all remember that?
I got the bottle, you got the cup. I don't drink, but you can light up.
Yes. Hey,
Sticky green, y'all. Yeah, y'all remember that?
let's go. Come on. Bless up. Rick James, Mary Jane, Sticky Green, Busy Bee. The remix. Keep it in the archive. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all already know I've been in it long enough. Had an interview with Evening Entertainment. We was getting it in, asking all kinds of questions. Once again, shout out to the sexy one, Miss Jackson, Johnny Sicker. I see you in the building. Example, I see you in the building. It's your boy, Throwback Thursday, Busy Bee. Come on. Yeah. Fish. Hey, yo, Fish. What up? Yeah. I ain't seen nothing lately you post up, man. I'm watching, man. I'm seeing anything you post up, man. That's awesome. I like that. Mecca Skills, I see you. Dude, come on. Two-step with your boy Busy Bee, y'all. I'm in the building Thursdays. Come on. Yeah. Thursday, y'all. Y'all can rock with your boy Busy Bee, the Capital. I see you in the building hanging out. Yeah, the Capital's in the building. Capital, what up? I ain't seen you in a minute. What up? Yeah, back on the block with Steve Jobs. I see you. All right. Come on. Dance with the Busy. Hey, it's been a little while. I see you, Jobs. I see you, Steve. What up? The Black Steve Jobs is in the building, y'all. You all right? You ain't playing no games. You been out there doing some Apple shit. Trying to invent some other shit, all right? Peter Bong, what up? Yeah. Miss Jackson, I see you. Bless up. Last one for me, y'all. I'm gonna go chill out. Grind up some of my shit. Roll up some more shit. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Throwback Thursday, y'all. Tomorrow, Find Your Fire Friday. Alright? You gotta have your own shit. I know some of y'all getting paid tomorrow, so don't act like y'all ain't getting no money. Those that's broke, it ain't my fault. Yeah, hats off on the dance floor. How you say it? Hats off on the dance floor. Should have went to the barber shop. Two-step, y'all. Come on. Yeah. That's how we used to do it back in the day. Hats off on the dance floor. Let's go. Come on.
boy Busy Bee signing out. Throwback Thursday. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Find Your Fire Friday. Yeah. All right, come on.